Hi, welcome to artHAPPY. I'm so glad you joined us again today. We are going to be painting this beautiful painting, Northern Lights. So let's get started. You're going to need your navy blue, your acid blue, black, you're going to need white, rose or pink, and orange, okay? So let's get started. Oh, in the meantime, for your brushes, you will need your largest flat brush in your kit, and that's the 20. You're going to need your 12 brush, your small brush number 2, you're going to need your fan brush, and you'll need your palette knife. All right, so let's get started. We're going to use the same technique that we used before, where we put dots directly onto canvas. And the reason why we do that is to just save on the paint, and this is a lot less wasteful. So here we go. We're going to grab our navy blue first. We're just going to put a couple of dots here. All right. And we're going to grab your acid blue or your lighter blue. You're going to put 3 dots. Okay. We're going to put 1 dot of white. Put a dot of pink, or your rose color. And orange. Okay, so I'll let you get that going, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, grab your largest brush, number 20, and we are going to start in on the background. So we want to bring this all the way up to the top, grabbing some more here, and we're going to bring it down, all right? We're going to grab a little of this white, bring that up into the skyline. Like that. We're going to grab the pink. And you're going to see some of the purple merge with the pink and the blue mixing together. All right. This is one of the great things about Northern Lights, if you've ever seen Northern Lights in person, how beautiful the colors are. I love how God has created this, so many beautiful paintings for us. Must love us a lot. But this one is particularly gorgeous with the colors that he uses. You'll see purple, you'll see pink, you'll see orange. You sometimes can see green in the midnight sky, and it is spectacular if you've ever seen it in person or pictures. Okay, now we're going to take a little bit more navy. Just to get some more of the skyline filled in here. Because acrylics dry so quickly, you'll have a little bit of a challenge in blending. That's why we'll have to keep putting on the paint here. But that's okay. We'll make it work. There we are. That's good. That's what we want. We want some nice blending here. Same down here. You're going to notice that we're going to be creating a reflection on the bottom part of our painting. Bottom half will be a reflection, the top half will be what's actually going on that night in our Northern Light sky. Okay. Okay, so far so good. I just want to put a little bit of blue here and here. I'm just going to put a couple more dots of blue here to brighten up the sky a little bit. And to finish off over this area here. let your brush do the work here. You might want to press real hard on it just to kind of get it right in there. Might need a little bit more blue here. Your painting will not look like mine. It might look a little bit like it, but you're going to have some variations because of just the way that the paint moves. And also this is an abstract and it's your creation, just like God creates a beautiful sunset every day, and it's not exactly the same from the day before, is it? So don't worry about that. Just kind of follow along with the colors and let your own painting project, let it create itself, and you'll be good to go. Okay. I've also done a couple of paintings where I've taken some masking tape, and if you want to do that with some of our projects, you can take some masking tape and mask all the way around the edge, and that gives you a nice clean edge so that when you peel the tape off you won't have a lot of this that I've got right now. That's another cool idea that you can do. Okay, we're getting there, getting where we want to be, but we still have some blending to do. So I'm going to stop for a minute and I'll let you guys catch up, okay? Are you back? All right. How are you guys doing so far? Are you with me? Good job. Okay, so we're going to continue, and we're going to put a little bit of blue here. Lighten up the sky just a tad. If you'll notice on your final piece photo of the project that's in your kit, you'll notice that we're going to be laying in some black trees here shortly. So I am just making sure that our background is light enough so that those black trees will show up. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. Putting in some blue. Blending really good. Keep blending. Now we're getting there, getting where we want to be. Okay, now I'm going to grab the pink. I'm going to put a couple of dots here. All right, now we're going to just put some nice pink in here. We're going to put some up here to create purple. Just have fun with it. Let it get some nice color here. Let it blend in again. Blending into your orange a little bit, into your blue. Just going to grab a little bit more blue. My little blue is over here, needs a little more. And I think I need just a hair here too, just a little bit. Okay. Grab a little pink from here. There we are. And then the blue, just to cover this canvas over on this side, is a little dry, so I just want to make sure I'm covering the blue a little bit. Okay. There we are. All right, so let's see if this is light enough. Got a little bit of a reflection in the light here. Oh, that's looking good. Okay, just a tad more blue and I think we're ready for our palette knife. If you'll notice, when you look out at the sky, it's darker at the top and it's lighter towards your horizon as the sky darkens in the night. So this is what I'm creating a little bit of a lightening in towards the middle of the sky. I'm going to just dab a little bit of white here, not very much, just a tad, just to get a little of that lighter touch here. Just blend it right in and it'll disappear. And then a little bit here too. Yeah, You don't want to see the white, you just want to see the colors. Nice. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to throw my brush in the water for now. So I'm done with it for this time. Now I'm going to grab my pink. I'm going to put a little dab on my palette. Oops, you guys can't see that. Like this. And we are going to use the palette knife to just like this, just like you're taking a knife and some mayonnaise. Not peanut butter, because that's probably too thick, but mayonnaise. We're going to grab some of this nice bright color, and we are just going to streak it across the sky. Okay? I'm going to grab a little bit more. We're going to streak it across the sky. Just like that. Yep. Good, keep going. Yep, and then we're gonna, don't forget about our reflection. So we're gonna put a little bit down here as well. Just smooth that out a little bit. Oops, I'm going to need a little bit more. This is part of the Northern Lights, and if you look up what Northern Lights is all about, Aurora Borealis is another name for them, you'll notice that it's created from gases from the Earth, which is a really neat phenomenon. It doesn't happen everywhere. Okay, we're going to keep just smoothing this out and streaking it. You don't want it too thick because we're going to come back in here in a few minutes and do our trees. So I'm going to hold on for a minute and let you guys catch up. Okay, so you guys are hanging in there with me, hopefully. Good job so far. All right, next we're going to start laying in the trees. So you'll need your fan brush, and you're going to need black. So I'm going to just put a little bit of black on my palette here. And we'll probably need a couple of little squeezes of it here. All right, we're going to do the same technique that we used in Project 2 where we created those trees, but these are evergreens or pine trees, so we're going to do a little point at the top of each one of them. So that's the difference. So let's get started here. So I'm going to start at the horizon, right about halfway down from our painting here, and I'm going to give it a little a little pounce. We're going to pounce across, and we're going to create a couple of trees, nice trees here. There's one. We're going to do another one here like this. Okay, don't forget the reflection underneath here. All right, so we're just going to pounce, and we're going to bring it back and forth to create these evergreen branches. Okay, now I'm going to give you a couple of secrets here. First, when you're using your fan brush, sometimes your fan brush will clump. And if it clumps, you can just dip it back into the paint or dip it back in the water and then start again. But if it clumps a lot on you, you can go to, that's why I asked you to pull out your number 12 brush, because that's another really nice brush to use when you're creating trees. So if you get really frustrated with the fan brush, right now my brush is working okay for me, but I may switch too. We'll just see, okay? Right now it's doing okay. Just going to get a couple here. Add another little guy right here, little baby brother to the big guy here. Got little friend next door here. Don't forget our reflection here. And this is where you're pouncing and you're creating your tree just like that. Give a little more. A little more paint on your brush. Back over here now for the third little tree. This is like a medium-sized tree, I should say. And see how I'm turning the brush to give it the point, okay? All right, now I am going to go do a little bit of landscaping here, like so. This is kind of across the pond or across the lake that we've been creating. And we're going to take this now all the way to the other side. Don't forget about our little reflection here on the bottom of both of these little hills that we've created. Okay, and we're going to start over here. Okay, now we're going to create some more trees. Like so. All right. Oops. Here's our little guy. Here's a bigger one. We're going to do a couple of points here. Just turn it that way. There you go. Whoops. Don't forget our reflection. Right down like that. Now I'm going to need a little more paint. Getting a little low here. Keep doing our little pouncing here. Create our trees. I'm going to create a couple of bushes here and there. Just because we want to make it look random. You don't want to make it too like it's planned out. That's nature is random, as you know. I'm going to put a couple little ones here. And like so. Keep using the same technique, dipping your brush back into the paint when you're kneading it, and come back here and pounce some more. Okay. Got a couple of little ones here. So far, so good. Oh. Okay. All right. Just want to see these filled in a little bit. I'm just going to fill these in a little, and then we are going to be ready to go to the next step here shortly. Just want to make sure my trees, if you have a big tree at the top, you want to make sure that your tree is reflecting the same size on the bottom underneath your horizon here, or underneath the water line, I should say. Or it'll look strange. So my guy is kind of up. We got a big tree here. I want to make sure the bottom is reflective of that as well. So there's that. All right. Okay. Now, I also want to make sure, I didn't do that here, better do that. Okay. All right. How are you guys doing at home? You okay? Just going to put a couple more bushes on this side real quick, and then I think we're ready for the next step. All right. Okay, we'll put our brush in the water and go to the next step. Okay, so this is the final step, and we're going to be using white. So first, we're going to put a little bit of white on our palette, and we're going to put it in a little bit of a line. And the reason why we're going to do that is because we'll be using our palette knife. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to grab the palette knife, and again, just like we're smearing some mayonnaise on our painting, we are going to create a little moon right here. Let's see, where do I want to put them? I'm going to put the moon right here, okay? Now, I've given you guys the option, if you would like to put your moon on with your palette knife, that's great. If you have trouble with it, you can always use this little handy dandy brush here, the 2. That's also a nice brush to put a little round, your little round moon, okay? I'm going to use my palette knife and get that. Okay, now we've got our moon. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the palette knife and we're going to lay it into the white like this, so that you're going to be using the side of your palette knife, okay? Using the side, getting a little bit of that paint on there. We're going to go over to your painting and we are going to create your moonlight reflections with this white, okay? So what we want to do is first we want to create the water line, and what we don't want to do is we don't want to just put a solid line all the way across, okay? Because that's going to look strange. That's not how it would look normally, and we don't want to have it look like that. So we just want to do just a little, goodness, I can't get need more paint here. There we are. Want to just do a little bit at a time, and then just let it skip a little bit. Okay? Just like that. Oops. My palette's in my way here. Hold on a second. That's better. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to take that same palette knife and some, on the side of the knife, some white. Just kind of lay it in like that. Okay. So now we want to start just laying in some little streaks, little lines all the way down, okay? And just kind of like sort of haphazard. I'm going to need some more white. Hold on a second. All right. Okay, I'm going to grab some more white over here off camera and get back on. All right, so we want just a little bit of touch of white here and there for waves, okay? Just kind of like that. It's going to be just here and there, and the same thing over on this side. Okay. All right. Not too much, but just enough to kind of signify we've got some waves going on here. Now, the final thing we want to do is you want to grab some more white on the more of the tip of your palette knife. And what we're going to do here is we're going to indicate that there's moonlight all the way down the center. Okay, this is where most of the moonlight will be hitting. on your painting, okay? So we want to just kind of put some on here, and then you're going to drag it down, all right? I'm going to grab some more. I need to grab some more white here. Where's all my white going? Here we are. Okay. So here we are again. So you're going to just you want that to be go all the way down. Just spread it out. Kind of scrape it a little bit. A little bit of white here. Okay. I just wanted a few more over here. A few more reflections on that side and a couple on this side. There you go. Here. Okay, what do you guys think? I think we're done. All right. So, thank you very much for joining us again. I had fun. I hope you did too. And we'll see you again next time.